All aboard. Oh. Yeah. Ride the Aerial Express. Why does she get to be in a separate cart to me? Wait, who's driving this thing? Is Navia driving this thing? Oh, I'm very concerned for my safety now.
Choo-choo! Aerial Express moving out.
Restore the stars to their positions.
Oh, it really is flying! What an amazing feeling. I've never been on a flying train before.
Stars are so pretty when they're in the sky. Oh, how do I just press F? Yep.
That should do it. On to the next location.
Only 5 got taken out. Dragon. You didn't do a very good job, did you? Okay, we got 2.
We are so high up. Don't look down. Don't look down.
We've been higher, Paimon.
Oh, hang in there, Paimon. The hard part's nearly over. After that, it's downhill all the way.
Don't say downhill all the way. That is the last thing Paimon wants to hear.
I mean, for someone who flies, she has a very strange aversion to heights. Whoop. Look, we'll multitask.
We're finally done. Okay, let's get back down while this train is still working.
Oh, we don't get the downhill experience, but I wanted to see Paimon losing her shit. Oh well, whatever. Guess not.
Great job. It looked like it all went smoothly.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it did.
Yeah, and it was an absolute blast, too. You gotta ride with us next time, Miss Nilu. Huh? I'm okay. Thanks for...
Halt! What do you think you're doing?
Get out of my way!
Oh, Olivier's back.
What's going on?
The dude you let go free? Yeah, he's back. Funny that.
Your Majesty, there!
Let us through!
To do what?
Stay back!
It's okay. Let them through.
To do what?
Your Majesty, could we please ask you not to turn the gear that connects up to the sky?
No.
And why is that?
As you have seen, the goddess's gift is very important to us. It keeps us from harm and protects our very lives.
Don't be so careless in the first place. It's as simple as that. Everybody else seems to get by without it.
Some of us, we just aren't ready to lose that protection.
You'll never be ready to lose the protection.
I see. I understand.
Huh? Your Majesty, do you mean...
I'm doing it anyway.
I won't turn that gear. Not until you're ready.
You won't be here that long, Navia.
What?
I've said before that the Metropole belongs to the people, and they should have the right to decide its future.
Bizert? Bizete?
But let me ask you this. How do you plan to solve the issues we are currently facing?
Well, we'll start by rescuing the people that have gotten stuck. And then we'll find a way to figure out the true cause of this crisis.
So in other words, you have no plan.
And have you made any headway on that? The true cause, I mean.
Did Navia always have asymmetrical gloves? I've never noticed this before. Is her outfit slightly different? I don't know, I don't have a Navia. But she's got a free hand here, and this hand's got a glove on it. I don't remember her having asymmetrical gloves. Maybe she's wearing a different outfit. I mean, everything else looks the same. She's got the stupid wheels still on here. She's got the oversized buckles.
Unfortunately not.
Hey, you little...
I'm sorry, my friend, but it's the truth.
You have friends and family that have been affected, don't you? That have gotten stuck?
Maybe it is different. I don't remember this lace part looking like this. But then again, I didn't stare at her a lot because I don't have her as a character.
I understand your concerns. But if we let this drag on for much longer, the situation may well get worse. More and more people will be frozen by the goddess's magic.
Actually, yeah, her outfit is different. Doesn't she normally have like a shit ton of ruffles on her skirt? I'm not seeing any ruffles. Hold on. Once we're out of the screen, I'll go to the wishing screen.
Yes, but if we turn that gear now, all the
Oh, that's
tracks
the
in
gear?
the city will disappear.
I know this is a hard decision to make. But have you ever thought about why the goddess might have made things this way in the first place?
Huh?
Why do you think she might decide to take back her gift and stop revealing further prophecies about the future?
Are you saying she has abandoned us?
I mean, I didn't put it into as many words, but yes.
No. Quite the opposite, in fact.
She entrusted the responsibility to you.
What do you mean?
The goddess dearly loves this world and all the people of Simulanka. And because she loves you so much, she wants you to be able to choose your own path. Every parent hopes their child will have a happy and carefree life. But if they're overprotective, then all they'll manage to do is keep their child trapped. If a mother bird lets her baby ride on her wings for too long, her child will never learn how to fly. Perhaps the goddess of prophecy has always known that one day she'll have to let go. Children can only become independent if they're allowed to form their own opinions, make their own decisions, and deal with the consequences on their own. Only then will they be able to continue their journey alone, even after their parents are gone.
But we've relied on the goddess's protection for so long. We don't know what it's like to go it alone. We don't know if we have what it takes.
Try just being more careful. You lot are the most careless people I've ever met.
Are you kidding me? I think you've proven yourselves more than capable of that.
What do you mean?
You made a call in a time of crisis, and you've come all this way to talk to me. Even the guards couldn't stop you.
I mean,
That must have
They
taken
could.
a lot of courage.
and they did. Maybe not the first time because the goddess's thing froze them. But this time around, the guards were stopping them. You're the one who let them through. They wouldn't have gotten through otherwise.
But we only did it because we were scared.
Why you set out on the journey doesn't matter. What matters is that you've proven you can choose your own path.
My friend, I fear our king is right. It is time for us to face our fears.
Wait, are you just going to speak on behalf of the entire city?
But we...
We can't go on living like this. Living in fear. Look at what it's driven you to do. You threw away a star personally created by the goddess of prophecy herself. You once revered her more than any of us. And I think the king is right. She hasn't abandoned us. So, why don't we put our trust in her one more time?
I don't care anymore. Do what you want.
I think that's far from the truth. You do care.
Aw, he laughed.
Probably for the better, Paimon.
I'm sorry about my friend. That's just how he is. Always had a terrible temper. Please accept my apology for his impudent behavior.
Is it just me, or has he accepted the goddess's prophecy?
I think so. Not that you'll ever hear him admit it out loud. Your Majesty, please turn the gear that connects up to the sky.
So, you've made up your mind? About giving up the goddess's gift?
Yes, I've made up my mind. But maybe losing the gift isn't what this is about anymore. Because we've gained something too. You have given us courage.
I don't disagree, but I still find it odd that you're speaking on behalf of the city. Do they not get a say?
Well said. I am proud of your decision. Now, gather around, everyone, and join me as we make the night sky of this wonderful city turn once more.
What do you mean, turn? What are we doing? I was about to say, it's going to take more than just us to move it. Oh, okay. That was interesting. Maybe she wanted them to do this all along. Very pretty.
So the stars hanging in the sky, they're music notes.
Okay, I didn't see that coming.
This entire metropole is a huge music box! That's incredible!
Oh god, that's gonna drive the inhabitants crazy. Constantly having this tune play. Oh boy, every single night. I'd lose my marbles. What are you sighing for?
How do you feel?
A little scared and uncertain. But for some reason, I feel a lot more at ease. It's as if some kind of huge weight has been lifted from my shoulders.
Figured out any next steps?
To be honest, not really. But maybe I can start by having a heart-to-heart with that stubborn friend of mine.
I have an idea. If you don't know what to do, why don't you start by helping the people around you?
You mean the people who got stuck because of the goddess's magic?
I mean anyone and everyone who needs your help. By helping others, you'll eventually find your own path.
What kind of experience, Your Majesty?
Yes. We'll need a formal organization with a catchy name before we go out and start helping people. Why don't we call it the Spina di Rosula?
Do you really have to bring that here? Can't you just let it be special in Poisson?
Spina di Rosula.
Ooh, or even the Spina di Rosula di Simulanka. Yeah, that's catchy.
No, it's wordy.
Wow, big expansion for the Spina. Moving into other worlds now.
And the child is like, yeah, right. Why?
Spina di Rosula. I like it. It's a great name. Let's do as Your Majesty suggests.
Well then, how about I appoint you as the head of the Spina in Simulanka? While I'm off fighting the dragon with the other heroes, it'll be your responsibility to work with the guards and take good care of the people in the metropole.
What? You're planning on fighting the dragon? But no, Your Majesty, you must reconsider.
Somebody has to do it, Montaigne, and I don't see you volunteering.
He's right. Your Majesty, you can't.
What you gonna do? Tie her up?
How are you two on the same side all of a sudden?
Perhaps Your Majesty is unaware of this. The great dragon suddenly broke out from the Titanium mines one day and tore the end of the world to pieces.
Tore the end of the world to pieces. Okay.
After that, it spat out a strange fog that surrounded a whole island. No one knows what lies beyond the fog, and no one knows what has become of that poor island.
Before Your Majesty arrived, we dispatched many soldiers to fight the dragon, but none came back alive.
Yikes. Sounds worse than we thought.
Isn't that all the more reason for us to go? There could still be guards trapped there, waiting for someone to rescue them. King Navia is right. We cannot simply stand by and watch as the people of this world suffer.
Bleeding hard over here.
Very well. Though I have not served by your side for very long, Your Majesty. 2 days is enough for me to have learned that once your mind is set, any attempts to change it are futile.
You're a pretty good judge of character.
He probably didn't mean that as a compliment.
He didn't, but that's okay.
Since you're serious about this, I won't try and stop you. There's only one way to reach the end of the world, and that's by taking the Maritime Express.
Oh, right. So there's a line going there too?
Yes, it was originally built to serve the workers commuting to the Titanium mines, but it has been abandoned since the dragon attack. I'll tell the conductor to wait for you at the platform by the side gate to the metropole first thing tomorrow morning. You're embarking on an extremely dangerous adventure. Please be careful, Your Majesty and friends.
Oh, thank you for your concern. While I'm gone, I leave the metropole in your capable hands.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Just call me boss from now on. That's what everyone in the Spina calls me, and it's what I'm used to.
But this is an elevation of rank and title. You should be ecstatic that someone's calling you something higher than boss. Plus, you're confusing the hell out of them.
So, the plan for tomorrow is journey across the ocean, make it to the end of the world, and defeat the dragon.
I mean, that's great, but what is this piece of hair doing right now? It's doing some sort of aerial gymnastics.
Ooh, that's an adventure and a half. Do all storybook heroes have to work this hard?
At least we'll get to see some amazing scenery.
Her other one's doing it too.
Right?
It's like she's
Besides,
got tentacles
we'll
on her
have
head.
each other. It'll be a shared experience that we'll never forget.
Plus, we're pretty well equipped for a classic heroes versus dragon story. We got Miss Nilu as our magic caster, and I guess I'm the melee warrior who leads the charge?
Melee warrior? You have guns. I mean, sure, it's only like your special attacks, but still.
Paimon can definitely see that. Anyway, those are tomorrow's problems. Right now, all Paimon wants is to eat a proper meal, because worst case scenario, if Paimon ends up getting eaten by a dragon, she wants to do it on a full stomach. And something about the end of the world doesn't sound like a great place for food options.
You're not wrong.
Well, the origami animals in the forest only drink magic tonic. What do the toy people here in Constellation Metropole eat?
Probably oil.
Vegetable oil and sawdust, I think.
No!
This is not Paimon's favorite place. Sorry, Paimon. But page 2 is complete. Wrong button. No, I think this is Navi's normal outfit. It just looks odd. Yeah, she's got the gloves. Okay. I think it just looks odd, given that it looked very blue. Here there's a lot more, like, it's black, and the only thing that's blue is the bow and her bodice, but it just seemed really blue during that cutscene. So that was probably just my perception of it. It's the exact same outfit. Wait until the next morning. No. I am going to... That's just a piece of wall. I don't know. We need to go back and do Karara's quest. But I was going back to see the princess. Was she here? Because she wanted me to ask her questions and shit. So I assume she's back here. Okay. I don't know where the princess is because this is where I met her and she's not here. So I'm not quite sure where she's at to ask her the questions she thinks I should be asking her. Have you guys seen your princess? I'm looking for her. Oh, here she is. Your Excellencies, I welcome you on behalf of the Kingdom of Breezes and Bells. What will you do next? Well, first I shall announce to all the people that the relic has passed judgment, and that the guardian will be Mr. Farrowbear, who has come here from afar. Huh? Why would you do that? Trying to explain everything we've been through would be far too complicated. Besides, it would take too long for them to grasp the concept of me being both a princess and a guardian at the same time. When the time is right, I will make a detailed record of all that happened and then inform my people in writing. But until then, I will still preside over all the affairs of the kingdom as its princess. Once those trial grounds have been officially converted into training grounds, I will set off. Set off? Your Highness, do you still remember who the relic actually lit up for back in the cave? Who it actually lit up for? Yes, as we were both next to it at the time. Of course, Your Highness fully deserves to be acknowledged, but I, on the other hand, you're a champion who's been acknowledged by a champion. Exactly. And that champion came specifically to ask for your help. How could you possibly still think you're unworthy? Maybe it's simply that you shine so brightly, Your Highness, that everyone was mistaken. Well then, Mr. Champion, would you be willing to undergo another trial? I, Princess Celeste of the Kingdom of Breezes and Bells, shall personally bear witness to your deeds with this relic. Of course, I do. Hold your horses. He gets so excited whenever he hears a princess's name. Farrowbear. Don't get me wrong, I'm doing this to fulfill the calling of Rainsong Pond. All that training I did, it was all to save, protect Her Highness. And it's such an important task, so naturally I must ensure that it all goes without a hitch. Are you willing to travel together with Her Highness? I am. That's good to hear. Well then, Mr. Champion Farrowbear, are you ready for my trial? I am, Your Highness. Whenever you're ready, I'm ready. Whoa, the relic's lit up again, and it's super bright this time. Where even is it, bro? I don't see your relic anywhere. I'll have to take your word for it. Oh, that's the extent of the conversation y'all have? Hey, Stumpy, where have you been? Actually, I was strolling about the area and had a go at that trial. It was fun, but I had to adopt a slightly different approach to pass it. Mr. Horaloo has filled me in on everything that has happened to you. Not bad, Mr. Guardian. Turns out you're pretty talented after all, eh? If you'd been standing next to me, I'd have pushed you off, I tell you. I'd have pushed you off 10 times if I had the chance. Hence why I decided to take part in the trial instead. Firebell, my friend, I always believed you could do it, and look, you did! Ha ha ha, you're jolly good fellows, the both of you. Today is an auspicious day for our pond. Finally, we have a true champion. Though Mr. Firebear hasn't saved a princess yet, I believe that his chance will come. But I really didn't do anything, Mr. Horaloo, other than standing by and watching as Her Highness did all the heavy lifting. Isn't that even better? Surely you didn't want the princess to be in danger. That's quite enough, Mr. Firebear. You were entrusted to fulfill the calling by Sibrellus himself. Oh, pish posh. I'm not even sure if it was Sibrellus. After all, I've only ever heard of him, never heard him speak. And you even accepted the princess's trial. You're a champion if ever there was one. Can we just not talk about this for now, please? Anyway, to sum up, the future of Rainsong Pond is now in your capable hands. Now we can simply enjoy jumping for jumping's own sake. When I get back, I'll suggest to the committee that we make fun the focus going forward. That sounds like a proposal I'll be willing to get behind. On that note, let's head back. Hey, don't leave me here. And then they don't move. Sounds about right. Kirara! Let's go do your quest. You waited ever so patiently for me.
So, are you all set? Ready to start investigating?
Yup. We're all good.
Great! Then let's go!
Where are we going exactly? Follow
I've delivered
Kiara to the
packages
village
all
ahead.
over, but I've never seen a mysterious fairy tale world like this before.
Trust me, you get used to it after a while. Why are we
Looks
doing
like
the
nobody has
dramatic
gotten
walk?
around to repairing this house yet. Ugh, even I wouldn't dare to sleep in there. It might suddenly collapse in on you.
Okay. Oh, now she's running.
Nothing to see here either. Maybe we can find someone to ask?
There's no one on this island, dear. I've already looked.
Aha! Over there! I bet we'll find some people there. Let's go take a look.
There's no one here, unless they just magically appeared for the quest. Although, to be fair, I didn't go this high, so maybe there are people up here.
Uh-huh. I was sure there'd be people here.
I win.
There once was a goddess who ruled over fate. Before she died, she left 3 riddles for the kingdom she had created.
Oh dear.
What? Who said that?
Long story short, on this day, a sentient feline, an outlander, and a
Sentient-
diminutive pixie arrived on the scene.
A sentient feline. Interesting that he knows I'm an outlander. And a diminutive pixie. I don't know who you are, but I like you already.
They saw a narrow path off to the side.
Okay, but which side?
Left, obviously.
Yeah, if you gave ambiguous instructions like that to a Comania Express courier, they'd give you the parcel right back and tell you to write the delivery address more clearly.
Despite how obvious the answer was, the perplexed pixie and the flummoxed feline struggled to work it out. Although, perhaps a small part of the blame could be attributed to my dull narration.
No, your narration was adequate. I just like your alliteration of perplexed pixie and flummoxed feline.
All right, let's try this again. The path on the left-hand side seemed to give off an enticing fragrance, as if to say, this is the way to wealth and glory.
Ooh, that sounds like the start of a good story. Then what? Then what?
Take the bloody left path. Oh, okay.
At the end of the path, the motley crew would soon spot a secret stone room. A prophecy had once foretold of a marquis who shall one day venture inside, and thus it is named the future Marquis's abode to be. You like it? The future Marquis's abode to be? Got a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
I mean,
That was a little bit boastful.
not really,
But
but I'll
before
take
you
it.
continue, I must warn you of the danger that lies ahead. For example, under no circumstances should you sit on the chair in the center. Otherwise, the consequences could be a bit embarrassing.
You do know I'm going to do it now, right? All right. Sorry, I didn't want to go ahead in case I ended up accidentally cutting off his dialogue. And this gentleman is very entertaining, and I do not wish to cut off his dialogue. So, I went slowly. Wait, the water comes through there, which means it's open. Oh, I mean, yes, but no. Right, a chair, you said. Oh!
So many summers, winters, springs, and falls, and now at last a hero hither strides.
This realm knows not what lies beyond its walls. Its secrets mystify the world outside.
Wait, new voices. Who are they?
A and B. Just gotta wait for C to appear, because there's always a C. Oh, there's nothing here but the really cool chair that I'm absolutely 100% gonna sit in. Read. Oh my.
As golden sunlight fills the firmament, the tabletop engrosses your attent. Perchance peruse these pages thence. They surely represent no ill intent.
I'm way ahead of you, man. Witness pact. In the name of the elders of our three
Isn't she reading
tribes.
files on the desk? Hey, Bobarano, maybe quit showing off and try using words she'll actually understand.
It's an American
I
accent.
can either rhyme like a bard, or I can curse like a sailor.
It's
And
somebody
right
else.
Now, Cape, you are seriously tempting me towards the latter.
I'm missing their names. We hereby form this pact that what is with this fucked up
Cape,
spacing?
Forgive me for breaking the rhyme scheme for a second, but I want to hear your take on this. So, any outsider who comes in here would surely see the documents on the table, right? Unless she was visually impaired. And unless she's got tinnitus or something, she'd definitely have heard what we were saying. All I'm trying to say is, if this poor person can't see or hear properly, I just feel kind of sorry for them.
Oh, we hear you loud and clear, so watch it.
I love this quest already. It's great. Okay, again, weird fucked up spacing, but I mean, I get to expect that from Genshin. It's like they just took Chinese, did a direct translation, and called it a day. So where there were breaks in the Chinese because of their line spacing, they've just kept it here regardless of the translation spaces, and it's just ridiculous. And I want to kill somebody for this. Anywho, now that I've promised murder, in the name of the elders of our three tribes, we hereby form this pact that from this day forth, our people shall harm one another no more. No more shall we drip glue into each other's breakfasts, good grief, nor strike each other's heads with pickaxes. Good lord, nor secretly drink growth serum that does not belong to us. We acknowledge the truth that has been determined by the great clockwork key, and we shall see the family of truth as supreme. Three witnesses to history within the future Marquis's abode to be, quietly awaiting the Marquis of Carabas, who is foretold will pluck up the great clockwork key. Okay, so now we're saying Kirara is the Marquis of Carabas? I hope not, because again, Marquis is a male term. She would be a, oh shit, Marchioness. I'm not sure the pronunciation, I can only spell it for you. Let this esteemed one guide us, revealing one truth and two fictions. Ooh, one truth, two lies. Is that what the game we're playing now? Of course, if the highest house has not been selected, then we may yet contend in private within permissible limits. But no more glue. It does far too much harm, and it's utterly inhumane. I agree with that. Although I think the pickaxes to the heads is also problematic. Explore the abode.
Captivated by the epic
Cap
poetry.
it. Told you there
and
was a C.
Enthralled by the outstanding storytelling, the Outlanders knew what their next objective was. Namely, to remove the clockwork key from the raised platform up ahead.
Yes, I understood the instructions.
Cabe, I just realized you said we all had to speak like bards, but every time you open up your mouth, I don't hear any rhymes.
Yeah, I noticed that too. It's one standard for us and another for you. That's not fair, Cape.
Yeah!
Stop the poem. We have a situation. Something's up with this person.
Traveler? Are you alright?
Oh no, I thought it was a pillow. That shit's glue. You try to stand up, but the glue is holding you firmly in place.
Come on, you can do it! This can't be how our story ends.
Try to stand up. The narrator was indeed correct. It would be quite embarrassing indeed if I sat on the throne. You managed to partially unstick yourself. The issue isn't that you can't break free. It's more that you don't want to tear your clothes in the process. They mean a lot to you.
Can I give you a hand or a tail, even?
Keep trying to stand up. You finally free yourself and stand up. Clothes intact, but that's a disappointment. I'd rather wish they got ripped so you can get new clothes. It's gone. Yeah, we can see it freely because the glue's gone. Nilu, you look amazing. Okay, there's a right and a left.